Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 41 of Off the Charts. My name is Dan, and I'll be your host once again. Today, what am I going to be talking about? It was last minute decision, to be honest, but I thought I'd be talking about movie soundtracks that I have here. So, before we go any further, if you like this type of content, please subscribe on the link below. Tell your friends. Thank you again for all the subscriptions. So, we will go and talk about movie soundtracks. Some are good, some are actually very good, some are whatever. So, I'll just talk about what I have here. First one here, I bought this just for this band, to be honest, and you'll see they're featured on the soundtrack here. Talking about Bad Channels, Blue Oyster Cult. I will say the first two songs, which are brand new, or I guess for the time there, brand new Blue Oyster Cult songs, especially The Horsemen Arrive. My God, that's good. Like, those two songs are friggin' good, man. If you're a big fan of Blue Oyster Cult and you don't know if this exists or you don't own it, I would get it for those two songs, or just get it off of iTunes. I don't know. There's two albums here. So the first album, there's two songs by Blue Oyster Cult. The rest is other bands I've never heard of, to be honest. And the second album is the original score, composed and played by Blue Oyster Cult. So it's these little 2-minute songs, 1 minute 26 seconds, like it's soundtrack music. But I'm actually very happy I did get this, especially for those two Blue Oyster Cult songs. I've actually been a big fan of Blue Oyster Cult this past year there, if you've watched my channel there. So anyway, Blue Oyster Cult, Bad Channels. I've never even seen this movie, but maybe I actually looked for it. It's not even available on DVD or Blu-ray, if I remember correctly. So if ever one day I will get it. Those two songs are that good. Next up, as soundtracks go, this is one great one. The movie, it depends on your taste. I did like the movie, the first one. Talking about heavy metal. Man, who is not on this? Like, you got Black Sabbath with a different version of Mob Rules. Blue Oyster Cult, veteran of the Psychic Wars. Devo's on this. Don Felder. Grand Funk Railroad, Sami Hagar, different version of the song Heavy Metal. Journey of forget their, like I said, the rest, but this is actually a very good soundtrack. I like this one a lot. I did like I own it there. It's a cartoon. It's an adult cartoon. Don't watch it with your kids. But as a soundtrack go, I'm very happy I did get this here. It's got some different, not recordings, but I say mixes of songs that you probably know, especially like Black Sabbath, Mob Rules, and Sami Hagar, Heavy Metal, because I have them on other albums there. I think the Blue Oyster Cult, Veteran of the Psychic Wars, is still as the same recording. But anyway, slightly different recordings, great soundtrack. Actually, what's in the... Yeah, this is what's in parts of the movie here. So I don't know if you can see, or I guess it would be stills, but good soundtrack here. I like this one here. Next one here, probably be surprised I actually own this, but I'm talking about Footloose. Now, why did I get this again? Well, obviously the song Footloose by Kenny Loggins. I know it's not hard rock, but it's a great song. Oh yeah, The Girl Gets Around by Sami Hagar. That's the reason why I got this, because I don't have that song on another album. Sami did a lot of soundtracks, and he said this is the best way to make money was to be having one song on a soundtrack. But what else is here? Bonnie Tyler, Howling Out for Hero. I mean, I've listened to Almost Paradise with Mike Reno and Ann Wilson. Let's Hear It for the Boy. Obviously, we all know that one. But yeah, good soundtrack here. I like this one here. I bought it, like I said, mostly for Sami Hagar because I didn't have the tune. So there you go. Footloose. Who doesn't like the song Footloose, you know? Movie's okay there, I guess, but I've seen it once back in 1980. How old is this album? I'm going to say 84? No, 83, I'm going to say. Does this even have a date on it? 84. Okay. I remember, yeah, I was at my uncle's when I watched this. So, anyway, Footloose. Good soundtrack. This one right here. Good soundtrack. Do I listen to it all the time? I mean, it's full of songs that you've heard to death. Elvis, it's a passage through time there. So it's a good soundtrack if you want to, you know, for a party or something there, or dinner with your parents or something there. Anyway, double 32 songs on 2 LPs here. Which one, you know? Hound Dog by Elvis Presley. You must, like I said, you guys must know every song. Like Fortunate Son by CCR. Respect, Aretha Franklin. Joy to the World. Oh my God, that song. On the Road Again, Willie Nelson. Anyway, it's full of songs that you guys know. Good soundtrack. Again, I use this for if there's family over and I'll put something on there. This will do here. So Forrest Gump, the soundtrack. Okay, this one here. Why did I get this? Pretty Woman soundtrack. I mean, I do like Pretty Woman by Roy Orbison like a lot. It's a great song. Fame, David Bowie, King of Wishful Thinking. I mean, it's a very... Was this 90s or 1990? That's, again, not as great a soundtrack as that Forrest Gump one here, but fairly decent. It was cheap. That's why I got it. So, yeah, I don't... I forget what anyway. I don't really listen to it that often there, but decent soundtrack. This one here. So, you can see my shirt here. Charles Bronson. My man, Charles Bronson. Of course, Death Wish 2. I actually bought this as a joke at the time. Turned out to it was actually fairly decent. The whole soundtrack is done by Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin. On the Swan Song record label. So for all you Charles Bronson fans out there, there is a soundtrack, Death Wish 2. I haven't really searched or tried to find the soundtrack for Death Wish 1, 3, 4, and 5. But hey, I love Charles Bronson, so this got some good songs on this here, like. And it sounds very Led Zeppelin-ish. If you're a fan of Led Zeppelin, I would suggest getting this here. It is all done by Jimmy Page. But yeah, I what started out as a joke now is an album I listen to fairly often. So anyway, Death Wish 2. Another good soundtrack by Jimmy Page. All right, this one here. Remember this one? Flashdance. She is a babe. Like, she is so fucking hot. What the hell is her name again? Jennifer Beals, that's right, yeah. Flashdance, What a Feeling. Was it Maniac? I think I bought this because it was cheap again. It was at the store. There's some good stuff on this here. Do I listen to this all the time? It's like the Pretty Woman. I like this one better than the Pretty Woman soundtrack, to be honest there. But I've never even seen the movie. Yeah, sue me. Flashdance. The soundtrack from the motion picture. Anyway, there's better soundtracks coming along, don't worry. Like this one. My God, did I listen to this soundtrack when it first came out. First of all, wait a minute. First things first. Cheers to you all. So I don't have to drink as much right now. I'm COVID free. I was coughing at one time there. I was trying to drink as much just to get my my throat less itchy there. But anyway, back to the episode. When this came out, boy, did I listen to the crap out of this here. This is such a great soundtrack. Shouted Out by Slaughter, very good song. Battle Stations by Winger. This, to me, is worth the price of admission right there. And I think they've actually played it live once or something like that. There is or very rarely. Love Battle Stations by Winger, by the way. God Gave Rock and Roll to You too, not T-O-O, but 2, because it's a cover of Argent from by Kiss, by the way. But they kind of rearranged, so they instead of just calling it God Gave Rock and Roll, it's called God Gave Rock and Roll to You, number 2. Whatever that means there. Neverland's okay. Richie Codsen's okay. The Reaper's okay. Perfect Crime by Faith No More. There's an unreleased track right there. Go to Hell by Megadeth. There's another great song there. Tommy the Cat by Primus is good. Junior's Gone Wild. Another great King's X song right there. Showdown. Okay there. Reaper Rap by Steve Vai. But anyway, you could see, I know this soundtrack by heart. It's so good. I loved it there. But again, Battle Stations by Winger. Again, you know how much I love Kiss, but Battle Stations by Winger is by far the best, the hidden gem on this album right here. So there you go. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, the soundtrack. Way better than the first one. I guess I don't own it, so. Alright, this one. Cost a pretty penny to get. I think my friend Yan was a little bit jealous that I have this there. I have it on CD also. Talking about the Shocker, the music. Like the Bill and Ted. Wow, what a fucking soundtrack this is here. So it's got Shocker by... So it's a made-up band called the Dudes of Wrath, which had Paul Stanley on... I'm trying to remember this here. Paul Stanley on vocals with Desmond Child. Tommy Lee on drums. Guy Man Dude on guitar. Who was the bass player? I'm thinking Rudy Sarzo, but I'm not. Let me check. Yeah, Rudy Sarzo. Fuck, I'm good. There's so many. Like I said, the soundtrack is much better than the movie. The movie wasn't bad. It was okay there, but Wes Craven's Shocker, the music. So yeah, it's got Shocker by the Dudes of Wrath, who I just talked about. Love Transfusion by Iggy Pop, which I don't mind. No More Mr. Nice Guy. I remember my friend Pascal coming to school one time. Sorry. I'm talking too much again there. I'm not coughing. Well, I am, but I'm not. I remember my friend Pascal coming to high school one time, and I guess he had seen a video on the night before. It was just going, no more Mr. Nice Guy. And I'm like, oh, you like Alice Cooper now? I'm like, no, it's Megadeth. I'm like, no, that's an Alice Cooper song that I guess Megadeth covered. And sure enough, that was a good cover. It just, Alice Cooper's No More Mr. Nice Guy, I'm kind of tired of hearing. But Sword and Stone, I think I talked about it on another episode of my lesser known hair metal bands, which has Bonfire doing a Kiss written song. They never recorded it, but yeah, Sword and Stone by Bonfire is on this good song. Timeless Love by Soraya. I talked about Soraya also in my lesser known hair metal bands. Shock Dance, which is again the Dudes of Wrath, but instead of Paul Stanley on vocals, it's Alice Cooper kind of rapping, which is, it's an okay song. I like the song, but the lyrics are very dumb there, or very juvenile there. Demon Bell, the Horace Pinker by Dangerous Toys. Man, that's a good song. Because they took... So from what I understand, Dangerous Toys have a song called Dangerous Toys. It's the same song, but this one is way better produced, better written and all that than the Dangerous Toys song that they have. The Awakening and Different Breed. I think this is Voodoo X and... Who the hell? Yeah, Voodoo X and Dead On. Those are like thrashy bands, which I find are my least favorite of the album there, to be honest there. And then Shocker, Reprise, which they take the really uber catchy part of the Shocker song, the first one I mentioned there. There's the back cover right here. And kind of reprise the uber catchy chorus over and over. I like it a lot. So anyway, Shocker, the music, I'm very happy to have found this one here. I guess it's... But anyway, good little, good soundtrack right here. And last one. I don't even think I saw this movie, but I bought it again for certain reasons. It's the Iron Eagle soundtrack. What's on here, you ask? Well, maybe you did ask, I don't know. Queen, One Vision, great song by Queen. I've never heard that. Well, maybe I did there. Does it say from what album? No, it doesn't say from what album it was there. Katrina and the Waves. Dio, Hide in the Rainbow, which is a unreleased track. That's the reason I bought this. And because I bought this, I had a couple of other surprises here. Helix, It's Too Late, which I never had. I had it on digital. King Cobra, Iron Eagle, Never Say Die. I mean, I like the first King Cobra album. The second one, which that song is from, is... not that it's bad, it's just not hard rock. But you listen to the song Iron Eagle, Never Say Die by King Cobra, you're like, wow, that was really screaming soundtrack song. I don't mind the song. Eric Martin from Mr. Big, Adrenaline, Urgent. The rest of the... But anyway, I was very happy to find the Dio and Helix tracks that I did not own. And actually, I don't own King Cobra on vinyl. That one anyway. The second album there. If ever I find it cheap, maybe I'll get it. But I'm not making a special order for this. So anyway, Iron Eagle. And that's the soundtracks that I own on vinyl. So if you have any comments or good hard... I'm looking more for hard rock type soundtracks, if there's some that I've missed here. I do have the Last Action Hero only on CD, which had some decent songs on it too there. Megadeth, Alice in Chains, Tesla. Again, what I liked about those soundtracks, they had a lot of unreleased material, so that are not on those bands' albums. So again, anyway, if you have any suggestions to hard rock soundtracks that I may have missed, let me know in the comments below. And maybe I'll go buy them. So anyway, on that note, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Tell your friends if you haven't done so already. And we shall see you next episode. Take care. Cheers. Bye-bye.